If you've watched my previous videos, you will know that I'm a big fan of the Yamaha Piaggero piano range, especially the NP12 and the big brother, the NP32. So I've been using these for years, the NP11 that preceded it, the NP12. One of my favorite portable keyboards. I bring one of these with me everywhere, put it in the back of the car, battery powered, lasts for hours and hours. So if you're going to parties or festivals, it's got good piano sound. Just enough volume for most acoustic type of environments. Great price. Now, something big has happened. Yamaha has brought out the NP15. So like most people are thinking, wow, this is going to be even better. And it sort of is, but there's a big catch. And right now, I would not buy the NP15 or the NP35 that is the big brother. So that's the new version of the NP32. And I wouldn't buy either of those two. I would buy the predecessors, the NP12 and the NP32. Let me explain why. So I was expecting a big step forward in features and functionality and sounds, and there are some improvements. So for example, there are 15 sounds now rather than the 10 that were before. But how much is that in practice? Well, I tend to just leave it on the default piano sound, so I don't really use any of the other sounds. I do occasionally use the strings, and you can layer the piano on the strings. Okay, so the new versions, the NP15 and the NP35, they give you one extra piano sound and they give you 2 extra string sounds. But apart from that, the extra sounds after that, I wouldn't use them at all. And because I'm happy with the default single piano sound and I'm happy with the string sound, it's a bit better, a bit more choice. Does it make a big difference to me? No. Okay. Things that do make a difference, the volume is that's the same. So it's the same power in the speakers. The speakers are slightly larger, but it's the same power rating, so that's no difference. So what extra is there? So there's not a lot really that I'm seeing is different. Even the MIDI socket is the same, so you have to buy a separate extender if you want to get Bluetooth MIDI connectivity, which I think for this day and age I was expecting it to be built in. So okay, slightly better, but not really in a way that I would see any real benefit. But there's a big downside, and the big downside is the price. So the NP12 has always been really cost effective, and that's the keyboard I've recommended to students as their starter keyboard. The NP12, if they want the lowest price for a decent one, touch sensitive, or the NP32 if you want a few extra keys, before you then start going into the weighted keys, higher range. But now the price of the NP15, the official price in sterling is around the £300 mark. I know at the moment, at the time of filming this video, Thomann have got a keyboard, an NP15, they're advertising it at £284 sterling. Again, this is only available for pre-order at the time of shooting this video, so they won't be available for another few weeks. But the NP12 is in stock and available now, and you can get that at £150 on Amazon. So that's 47% lower. 47%, so £150 or 284. So when I look at what are you getting for such a big difference in money, and like nothing that I would use extra or need. So to me, it's a total no-brainer. I would buy the NP12 all day long. Now, they're not going to be around forever. There's obviously stock out there that they're going to sell off. So I would highly recommend, if you are looking for a keyboard right now, the NP12 or the NP32 is definitely the way I would go. Once they are no longer available, slightly different question then. then it's a case of looking at how does the NP15 compare with other keyboards around the same price from Roland, Korg, those types of things, which I'll do in a separate video. But for right now, I would go for the NP12 and the NP32. If you're comparing the NP35 with the NP32, again, very, very little difference. It's exactly the same sounds as the NP15, so the same difference. 5 extra sounds, 1 of which is an extra piano, 2 of which are extra strings. Both of the new keyboards are slightly longer than the old ones, but the height and the depth are only 1mm difference, pretty similar. The new keyboards are slightly heavier, but again, not so much that it would pose a problem, but they are the same volume as the old ones, so no real big step up there at all. So yeah, I hope you find that useful, and I'll keep you updated as and when things change.